Hi guys, so welcome back to this video. And today I'll not be talking about any academic stuff. So I just wanted to make a video on the behind the scenes of YouTube and how YouTube works. And because we don't really see the behind the scenes of what a YouTube channel looks like. And since our channel has almost reached 1 month and we have some data to show. So I thought maybe I'll show you guys the behind the scenes of how uh, YouTube looks like for the creators. So this might help you later on in the interviews and stuff. So you never know when it comes useful. Okay, so let me share my screen. Let me close this one. Yeah, so this is our channel, Minerva. Obviously I hope you have subscribed. And so this is our channel, and here everything, uh, when you log into your account, so you can click here and go to YouTube Studios. And within YouTube Studio you get some analytics and some things. So first you can see that this is my last video that we posted, and this is ranking 6 out of 10. So 6 out of 10 of our videos. So what this basically means is that uh, so this was posted 9 days ago, and within 9 days this has got, I think, 50 views, whereas other videos have got more views within that time. So within 9 days it's got 50 views, whereas these videos have got 64, 92, 97. So that's how the rank is determined. Other than that, there is impression click through rate. So what impression click through rate is basically, every time YouTube shows this on the feed, so it shows it to the subscribers as well as non-subscribers. So it basically says that 19% of the time this video has been clicked. So that is a good number, I think. Impression 19%, so that it says that if 100 times this video has been shown, 19 times people have clicked on it. Average view duration. So on an average, I don't remember how much this video was. I think it was around 40 minutes. Average view duration was 5 minutes. So the people who watched that video, they watched it for an average of 5.39 minutes. Obviously, this does not really change if you watch it. Well, I'm not so sure if you watch it at 2x, does it change or not? Maybe it does. I am not so sure. Okay. So we'll go into analytics, but I'll show you. See, we started this channel last month. So in the last 28 days, we've got 125 subscribers. And as it goes on, you can see if the subscribers increase, says that how much subscribers we have gained over the last 28 days. Views, over the last 28 days, we have got 2.3 thousand views, which is fine, which is good for the number of subscribers that we have. And watch time is 121.9. These are our top videos in the last 48 hours. Obviously, this channel has not been that active because of committee selections and stuff. So that's why there's not much content here. So it's fine. So we can see the last comments: Yuvraj, Muskan, Anurag, published videos, recent subscribers. So nothing else here to show. Let's jump into the more of the analytics. So it gives you a lot of analytics to watch and review. So as a content creator, it helps you identify which content is doing good, which content you can perhaps do better, and so on. So here you can see that this video has got, so it's still talking about that video. We can also go into the entire channel thing, but for now, let's stick to this video, or maybe let's go into a different video. So you can see here, um, you click on content, it'll show you all the videos that you have published. So there are different kinds of visibility settings. So private is when you send it to someone, it will only, so if you click on private, yeah, and you click on share privately and you enter the email ID, excuse me, my voice is not working today. So yeah, so if you click on share privately and you enter the email ID of that person specific, only that person will be able to view that. So this could be good if you are planning to like take classes and you don't want people to share your videos. You can do this. Next is unlisted. So unlisted is basically that your videos will not show up on search. So if you search for this, let's say this FRA video is unlisted. If you search for it, it will not show up on search. It will not show up on your channel even. But if you send this link to someone, they'll be able to view it. So the main difference between unlisted and private is that private, you specify that email account and it can only be viewed from that email account. Whereas for unlisted content, that can be viewed by anyone who has that link. So if you send it to, let's say, Shagun, and it's private, only Shagun can see it. But if it's unlisted, then if you send it to Shagun and Shagun forwards it to David, both of them can see it. Or if it's sent to some other, like on WhatsApp or something, anyone with that link can see it. Public is obviously public, and most of our videos are public, so anyone can search and look for the video and see it. Scheduled is also, again, before you publish it, you can schedule that content. So some channels do it like, okay, I'll upload my videos every day on let's say Tuesdays and Thursdays. I'll upload it at 8:30 p.m. right? So you can schedule that content and automatically that video will be published at 8:30 p.m. on that day. So you don't have to wait, and you don't have to post it at that specific point. You can post it earlier. So also there is a option to, excuse me. So also there's an option to do a countdown. So like it'll show on the subscribers page that this video will go live at this time. So that might create some kind of uh, suspense for, okay, this video is coming. So that is also a feature that is there when you try to publish that video. So I'll just click cancel because I don't want to change the settings here. Other than that, restrictions, we don't really have any restrictions here. But sometimes what happens is that if there is any kind of content, so like uh, let's say a copyright claim is given. So if you have some music in the background, the channel that owns the rights to that music, okay, so that channel might create a restriction on you that, okay, this the channel restrictions, wait, I'll show you channel restrictions on a different channel. I'll show it on my channel. Yeah, so you can see that I had made this video on BTS and Happy Feet. So this got copyright claimed because the content here, the song in the background was BTS's song. So they claimed this song. So in case I was making money on this video, that entire money would be essentially taken by BTS. So you can click on see details and you can see the summary. So you can see that the entire content, since the entire song was there, so the entire video is claimed. If it is only a part of that video, so for like 20 seconds, if you use that song, it will be claimed for 20 seconds. And you can see who has claimed. So HYBE Company Limited, this person has claimed the copyright. And you can do like replace song, mute song, dispute, and stuff like that. Okay, so there are different kinds, other kinds of thing as well. So like uh, they might block it. So here what they have said that this video cannot be monetized, ad revenue paid to the copyright owner. So if I was getting any money, that would be paid to BTS. Other thing that they can do is they can copyright strike the video and block it. Okay, so what block essentially means is that you cannot post that video online. They'll take that video down. They don't want to take the money. They'll say that you cannot post this video. So that is called blocked. And copyright strike is when you post any video and the company does not want, like, you're infringing copyright and they don't want to this to happen, so they can strike your content. And you can have 3 strikes basically. So you can post like if you get 3 strikes, your channel will be terminated for 90 days and you won't be able to post anything out there. Okay, so let's not go into so much detail of copyright. Maybe I'll make a different video for it. Okay, so coming back to Minerva. Okay, yeah, so you can see that from views also you can kind of filter and stuff like that. Okay, so these are the videos that are published on the channel. Other than that, there are playlists. So we had created playlists for each kind of subject. So you can obviously create playlists. Analytics. So this is the main part that I wanted to show you guys. So analytics, you see that the video, the channel has got 2340 views in the last 28 days, which is good. You can also filter it to the last 7 days, 90. We don't have 90 and 60 days, but you can filter it to 7 days and stuff. So what it shows is that, okay, these are the views that you're getting for the last 28 days and how this have come. And you can see that most of the views have come on the 8th and 9th. I think this was the term when our midterms were going on. And so more people were watching during this part, and then slowly it became more dormant. And again, I think during the end terms spike, hopefully, if you make content. So that is basically views. Watch time also, it's the same shape. So watch time is in hours. So if you watch that, if suppose I watch that video for, so if it's a 5-minute video and 12 people watch it, then it will be watch time of uh, 1 hour. So that's how watch time is calculated. And subscribers, as we showed earlier, 125. Average view duration. So these are basically on an average, how much do people watch it? So like for this IMS video, average view duration was 3 minutes 58 seconds, which is like 17% of the video. So what people have done is either they have skipped ahead into the content, or they have after 17% they've got bored and they left the video. So this can kind of give you an idea of, okay, do people really enjoy the content, or they're not really liking it or something. You can see that this CM video, this got almost 47%, which is very good. And then there are videos which have got very less views. So you can, if it's very less average view duration, you can kind of understand that, okay, people did not like this video because even though they clicked on the video, if you click on the video, you'll get the views. But if the average view duration is less, then you'll get an idea that, okay, people didn't like that video, they jumped off that video. Okay, next, that was overview. Now we'll go into reach. So you can see there is a lot of data that is given by YouTube to the creators. So with reach, it says at 19.7K impressions. So impression is different from views. Impression basically says that, okay, how many people have seen the thumbnail of your video on YouTube. So like when you're scrolling through YouTube, you see these video thumbnails and you don't click on everything, but you click on whatever you want to watch. So 19,000 times our videos have been shown to people. Out of that, only 2,000 times the videos have been clicked on and watched. So that's the impression. Again, the impression is also in the same manner. So people have been searching for it and more people watch it. YouTube starts showing it to more people again. And so that's how you grow and stuff. Traffic sources. So you can see that channel, from the channel itself, 44% people have seen it. Direct unknown sources. So you can, they'll have like WhatsApp and stuff. So people have come to the channel through WhatsApp links, or uh, on searching on Google, people come. So that's how this is created. Top, you can see traffic sources external. So WhatsApp is 88.4% because we have shared the videos on WhatsApp groups. So that's how it's come. Google search has 3.7%, Instagram, YouTube, Gmail and stuff. Traffic sources, suggested videos, or which video has been suggested more than traffic sources, YouTube search. So what are people searching that they are getting our content? So 9.8% people have searched for Minerva. Like, I mean, 9.8 people who have received our impression have searched Minerva, and then our videos have been shown. Consumer equilibrium, if they have searched and they have found our video. Critical theory, diseconomies of scale, Google, they've searched and they found this. These are playlist traffic, and then impression was 19.7%. Out of that, 6.7% click-through rate. So from that impression, you have got views from impression 1.3K, average duration and average watch time. Okay, so that's how it happens. So that's impression. Impression click-through rate is again how many people have clicked through and watched the content. this is views, and then unique viewers. So even though we have 125 subscribers, unique viewers have been 434, which means that 434 different accounts have watched our videos, and out of that only 125 people have subscribed. So that's reach. Now let's go into engagement. I hope you're not getting bored, and I hope, like, I just wanted to show this because this part people don't really get to see. And even if you have your own channel and you're not posting that much, you won't get to see so much analytics. So maybe this might come in useful for interviews and anything. Like, it's good to know these things. Okay, so within engagement, here it says that engagement is for how long is your audience being engaged onto your channel. So here it says 121.9 hours is engagement, and average view duration is 3.07. So for all our videos, an average people watch it for 3 minutes, which is a good time. Yeah, so you can see that average view duration for this video was highest, same decision making, and then everything is around 50-60%. And they give you a kind of a chart to show. Okay, so here the video starts falling, people are watching, and then from here it kind of again dips. So you can understand, okay, at this point I must have said something, or I must have done a question that people already knew, so people didn't like this part. So you can also simultaneously go to that part and watch what video it was and where I made a mistake. Maybe you said something that people got offended and they left. So this is something. So it gives you spikes as well. So like at this point there's a spike. So I must have started a new question over here. So I must have started something here that people, more people started watching. So maybe people had skipped here and they had scrolled up to here and started watching. It could be anything. So again, spikes, dips, intros, a lot of data is there. Top videos, top playlists. Okay, so let's quickly move into audience. Audience, so this is our audience, returning viewers. So these are people who have subscribed and they are coming back. And new viewers are people who are joining for the first time. So this can give you an idea of, okay, what is the engagement like, and are new people finding my content, or is it just the old people who are coming back again and again? Okay. Um, when your viewers are on YouTube, so it'll give you a data of, okay, my viewers are generally, let's say, MBA students, so they are on YouTube for, let's say, from 5:30 to 12:30. So it'll give you some time, and so we don't have enough data to show that. Hopefully as the months progress we'll get more data. Watch time from subscribers, so 52% of people who are watching are subscribed, and 47.7% of people have not subscribed. So please subscribe. We'll try and make more videos. It's okay if you don't, but we hope you subscribe. Then age and gender, so 31.5% are female, and 68.5% are male. And then the 18 to 25 is 52%, and 25 to 34 is 47.4%. So it's quite equal. And then again, subtitles is not there. 105% are Indian. I don't know how it's showing 105%, but it should. I've never seen this as 105%. So anyways, so it'll show you. So if more people are seeing it from other countries, we don't have other countries, I think. So that's why if let's say India, US, UK people are seeing, so it will show you, okay, 70% are Indian, 30% are US, something like that. Unique viewers, subscribers, again it's more content, and I think there's no point in going there. Advanced mode, so you can see the viewer gender as well. So like uh, how much, so females have watched it for average of 3.26, and males have watched it for 3.02, and 64% of the watch time has come from males. And so you get a lot of data. You can kind of structure your content on the basis of the data. If more men are watching, maybe you can make content that they like. And this is the channel data. You can obviously drill down into a specific video and see, okay, is this video, if I make a video tutorial or a makeup tutorial, are men watching it or women watching it? If I make a video on sports, are men watching it, women watching it? Again, I'm not generalizing, but I'm just saying that you can see, okay, whenever I make content on this type, you can see who are watching it, and so you can kind of make the content suitable for them, right? um, so again, there's a lot of data, and if you want me to show something specific, you can leave it in the comments and I'll try to show that. So another interesting point is monetization. People think that how do you make money from YouTube? So that is something people tend to wonder. So let's go into monetization. So you can copyright, we don't have anything. Monetization. So grow with YouTube as a YouTube partner. So to monetize the content, you have to become a YouTube partner, and they'll make you a part of the YouTube partnership program. Sorry. Yeah. So the eligibility to become a partner on YouTube is that you need 1,000 subscribers at least within. So there's no within the. So you need at least 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 public watch time within 1 year. Okay, so you can see only valid watch times. So what they do is, for bigger channels, they audit the content and they provide, say, they monitor that, okay, is it people are generally watching it or there are fake views or something. So you need at least 4,000 hours of watch time. We have currently 121, and hopefully this will increase. So we'll be able to watch, we'll be able to monetize that content. And then based on the impressions you get, not on the impression, on the basis of views, you get money, right? So let's say, again, there's something called a CPM, and that's how your uh, channel revenue is like calculated. So if you go into analytics, you can see that our views were 2.3K. So let's say if our CPM was $1, that meant that for every 1,000 views, we would get $1. So currently we would get 2.3 into $1, so $2.3 for 2.3K content. So that's not much, but as you keep creating more and more content, keep getting views, and that's how you make money basically. Other than that, you can also make money using sponsorships and like uh, affiliate programs and stuff like that. So that's the basic thing about monetization, that you need basically 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of content, 4,000 hours of view time. Okay, watch time. So please subscribe and please watch our videos. And yeah, then there's nothing, this customization. You can create a logo and create what people watch when they come to your channel. There's audio library, which is made of non-copyright music. So if you want to add some music to your videos, you can add it from here, and these won't be copyrighted. And what else? There's settings, so there's nothing much there. So I hope you like this video, and if you want me to show something else, I'll be happy to show that. So please go put it in the description, and please subscribe so that we can monetize the content and party at Chota. So thank you for watching. I hope you're having a good rest day, and bye.